Hello everyone and welcome to my class. Now in this video I am starting with the second chapter of class 9th civics, that is what is democracy and why democracy. Now before we go into the details of the content of the chapter, this is an introductory video in which I will be trying to explain what is democracy is all about, right? And we'll be discussing the features of democracy throughout the chapter. So watch the video till the end. So let's start the topic. Democracy. Democracy is a very general term, very common term that we use in our day-to-day life, and every person must have a very rough idea about democracy. Means they know about democracy but not in detail, right? So that is the reason why this is taken as a topic, taken as a important theme to make the upcoming generation aware about these concepts, because these are the latest trendy concepts which we see in most of the nations around the world, right? Now democracy, this word is derived from two Greek words, demos and kratia, which means rule of the people, right? So a common definition which is commonly used by people, or the simplest way to explain what is democracy or what a person understands about democracy. Democracy is a rule of the people, by the people and for the people. This is the commonest definition of democracy that was given by Abraham Lincoln, but we cannot say that this is the only definition, right? People have explained democracy in different terms, but this is the simplest definition that was propounded by Abraham Lincoln, the US president. And as you can see the definition, you'll find one word which is commonly used again and again. Democracy is rule of the people, by the people and for the people. Democracy जनता का रूल है, जनता द्वारा बनाया गया रूल है और जनता के लिए रूल है, right? So here it highlights the role of the people. So this definition helps us to make democracy, to understand the concept of democracy, how it is different from the non-democracy. We see different forms of government throughout the world, different nations practicing democracy, and that to different forms of democracy. So let's try to understand few basic form of government that we see in nations which are very popular, right? So let's distinguish democracy with the non-democracy. This helps in any government which is chosen by the people. No doubt it is democracy, right? But we cannot say that every time when the people elects the government becomes a democratic government. This will be discussing throughout this chapter. So when we distinguish democracy with the non-democracy, as we can see in the case of Chile, Chile is under General Pinochet, the ruler of the Chile. He was a military head, right? And he established his rule over Chile. Now this is a South Latin American nation or South American nation. So such a rule which is under a military general is described as dictatorship, right? We take an example of Myanmar. Myanmar is our neighboring nation, which is earlier known as Burma. In this nation, army rule is there. Whatever the decision army is taking for the nation, it is totally in the hands of army, and army is not elected by the people, right? So such government cannot be said the representative government or democracy. Then we see monarchies. Many nations are having hereditary rulers, king or queens. Such for example the Nepal, Saudi Arabia. We see in Britain also we see king or queen ruling the nation. So such nation cannot be called democratic nation, because these are the hereditary rulers. They are not chosen by the people, right? So Nepal after 2008 became a constitutional monarchy. It became democratic nation, right? But earlier it was under the king, so it was a monarchy. So any nation which is under a hereditary ruler king which is not elected by the people, that such a nation is called monarchy. Right? Then democracy, there are different forms of democracies, but the two most popular form of democracy, two types of democracies are direct democracy and representative democracy. So let's try to understand what's the difference between the direct and the representative democracy. Now, direct democracy is possible in small nation where the population is limited, very small in size. Direct democracy, people give vote on every decision. They are the ones who take the decision for the nation. Means for every decision, every adult member of the nation is giving vote. Right? Like in the case of Switzerland, it is a small nation with a limited population. So such direct democracy is possible with a small size population of a nation, where the consent of every person, where the opinion of every person can be taken easily. Right? When we talk about the representative democracy, it means that the citizens are not directly involved in decision making process. They elect their representatives, they elect their leaders, and these leaders on behalf of public, they take decision. So such democracy is representative democracy, like we see in India. We citizens of India does not take a decision for the nation directly, but we elect our leaders, we elect our political parties, they form the government and they take decision on our behalf. So such a government is called representative democracy. Right? So this is a basic idea about the democracy that are prevalent these days in the different nations of the world. So in the upcoming videos, we'll be discussing more about democracy and how democracy is different from the non-democratic government. How democracy, what is the difference between a democracy and a good democracy, that we'll be discussing in the upcoming video. So please like, share, and do write your comments and give your reviews, and please subscribe this channel and wait for the next video. Thank you.